Hey, it's Kevin back with another project. We're still working on the Runaway camper. We're going to have quite a few videos on the Runaway camper. There's quite a few things I need to do to it. We want to get an antenna mounted up on the outside. And I've been looking up antennas, and I wanted something that don't look too bad. I want it to look nice on there, but yet I want it to pick up decent. So I picked up, it's called a Lava HD 8008. I think I gave about $70 for this thing. I think I got it off of eBay or Amazon, one or the other. Like I said, about $70. They said it picks up pretty good. Now, I've only seen a couple videos on YouTube about this antenna, so we're hoping it does okay. The ones that I did watch, they said it picked up pretty well. So I'm not looking to get a whole bunch of channels. I'm just looking to get some kind of channels in there in case you're out and you want to watch something. But it's called the Lava HD 8008. And I think on the Runaway camper, it's going to look really nice on there. Let's just hope that it picks up half decent on there. Now, when this comes, you got to put the wings on it. You have to put both of these on here, and they're not a big deal putting it on there. And then you got to put the bracket on there. Now, on my one video, I had some trouble. I was mounting the TV in there, and I had some trouble with the wire on the TV. Not knowing much about RVs, it may look like everything's pretty easy, but it's not. It's tough because I got to do a lot of research on stuff because I don't know everything about it. Now, the TV that I got at Best Buy. Now, the way I understand is there is actually an RV TV that, I don't know if they're silicone coated or what for moisture in your camper. You got temperatures up and down. You got vibrations on a camper. You figure you're going down the road and that thing's bouncing around back there. So I ended up taking that TV back to Best Buy, and I ordered another TV. It's called a Jensen. I'm not sure the numbers of it, and I haven't got it yet. But as soon as I get it, I'll get it on video and get it put in. But right now, you have to be careful. Now, I'm working on the battery box and stuff for the Runaway camper. I need a charger. I was just thinking, hey, I put just any old charger in there, it's going to charge the battery. But no, you got to get an RV charger. And I do believe that when you're plugged in, it'll run off the 110. And then when you're not plugged in, it'll run off your battery. So it's been pretty tough, and it's been a learning experience for me. So don't take everything that I'm doing like it's definitely right or perfect, because I don't know. So I'm going to do it the best I can, do as much research on it to the best of my knowledge, and I'll get these videos put on for you, and we'll do our best. So the HD 8000, the Lava HD 8000 we'll be putting on today. And I was looking for a pole for it, and I happened to run across my junk pile. And this, I don't know if this is part of a shower curtain or what, but it's nice chrome. I think it'll look good on there. We'll probably cut it off a little bit. So, and it only takes about a 1-inch pipe. I think you can go up to maybe 1.5 inches or something on this. But we want something small. We don't want to take up much room, and we don't want much weight. So this is definitely going to be a good pole for us to use. When we put the TV mount in, we left 2 bolts sticking out the outside of the camper. And what I want to do right now is I'm going to work on a bracket to hang my antenna, put my antenna in, and I want to use them same bolts. I don't have to drill any more holes. I want to try not to drill any holes if I can. So we're going to use them 2 same holes to make a bracket to hold this TV up. TV antenna. Okay, our first step to building this antenna was to find a piece of pipe that we would cut off that would actually, this piece of pipe here would go inside of. And I got in my junk pile, and I got an old piece of pipe and run it in the saw over there, and I cut off some pieces. What I did is I cut me about 3/4 of an inch pieces and cleaned them up, wire brushed them down, and they'll fit pretty much right on this thing. I mean, it's pretty good, nice fit on there. It's got a little slack, but that's okay, because we're going to paint these things, and we might have a little bit, might take up some more room. Now, I want to be able to tighten this bracket up. So what I did over here is I got a bolt here, which I'll cut off, and I'll bend it. But this here piece will go, the bolt will actually go in and tighten up against the antenna pole. So we're going to weld this on here, and then we're going to figure out our other bracket that'll mount actually to the trailer or the camper. Alright, for the piece that's going to mount to the camper, we're going to cut only about 4 inches this pipe, or this piece of plate. This plate is actually 1/4 inch thick. It's a pretty heavy piece of steel, but we're going to be welding both of those rings on here, the one that will tighten down and then the one that will be at the bottom of our antenna pole. So we cut this off 4 inches and get it welded to this plate. We'll get both of them welded. Now we're going to weld them off to one side. That way we can have room over here to have our 2 bolts that are already in the camper. We'll have 2 bolts over here on this side. Okay, so you can see what I was talking about. We got the plate welded on the bottom here. And then both our circles, both our clamps here for our antenna pole is welded on there. We cut off our bolt and we rounded it off and we got it bent. And we have, there's where our holes are going to go, where the camper thing is. Now I put a little plate in the bottom of the bottom bracket there. You can see down through there. I put a little plate in there just to keep that antenna pole from going all the way through. We didn't want that pole going all the way through our bracket, so it don't slide all the way down. So what we're going to do now, I just put some paint on that thing to make it look nice. And we're going to let this dry up and we're going to get it mounted onto the camper. Okay, we got our shower, I thought was a shower curtain pole. I'm not sure what it is, but it is a nice looking pole, and that's what we were using for our antenna pole. Now, what I did is I cut about 18 inches of that off and put inside of here. And I think that's more than tall enough for my antenna. It doesn't have to be real high in the air because, you know, it just don't have to be. I mean, it's a small camper. I want it to look right. Now, this antenna comes with this U-bolt, and it's actually pretty long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off. I got them marked here just below this wing nut, and I'm going to cut them off so it looks a little better. We don't want anybody getting caught on anything, so we're going to get these cut off. We're going to put a little bit of sealer around this bolt. We don't want no water to get inside of our wall there. So this is a little silicone. Actually, it's called a latex. It's indoor outdoor latex caulk. This is actually paintable. We're going to put a little bit all the way around these screws. Something like that. And then we're going to put our bracket on here. I cut them bolts off. Now it's a little bit hard because don't forget those bolts on the inside are carriage bolts now. I went to Lowe's and picked up some stainless steel washers and some of these little nuts. We picked them up. We can get them to screw on because we cut them off, so if they should screw on, they're okay. Now you can see that caulk is actually squeezing out that hole right there, so that should seal this up pretty good. Gotta get this thing to start. Okay, now all we got to do is take our 7/16 wrench. Now I put several coats of paint on this thing because this is actually made out of metal, and we definitely don't want the rust going down the side of our camper. So we put a few coats of paint on here. We don't want to scratch it up. Still may be a little tacky just on the but it should be fine. We just don't want to scratch it up. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. Alright, so now we got our antenna bracket mounted. I'll move this camera back so you get a better view of it. So our mount is on. Now all we got to do is put our antenna on. We'll have to make up a cord for this too. But we'll just slide the antenna down through the hole. And then you'll be able to take this and tighten this. You could actually spin this wherever you want. But I think inside will be fine. We still got to cut our little pieces off the top. But you'll be able to crank this little crank in, and that'll hold it in place. It won't turn or nothing. It'll be okay right there. Really, you probably don't even need this, but I don't know if the wind would blow it around or not, but I made the little crank on there anyhow. Now, when I'm ready to put this in the camper and I'm done, I will pull this bolt all the way out, and I'll put it in the camper too. That way somebody don't walk by and hit their arm on it, or you don't lose it while you're going down the road. But I'll just keep it so that's how it'll be set up. And it just misses the camper. This doesn't touch this up here. It just misses it, probably about 1/8 of an inch. Alright, I wanted to tell everybody thanks for watching my video on the antenna install, the bracket and everything on it. That'd be the antenna. And don't forget to subscribe or leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. And till next time.